Hello, welcome to this short video where I wanted to compare the top traders and investors on eToro in 2025 so far. So I'm Michael Southard, popular investor on eToro, and I'm starting here on the homepage where we can see cryptocurrencies and some movers. And if I click the Discover tab and scroll down to people, we can look at the copy traders. So this is what we're talking about. Who on the platform has performed the best this year or over the past couple of years? Let's take a look. So I'm just going to click a random button there to bring us the popular investors. I'm going to remove some of these filters. And all I want to do is just look at the popular investors with a minimum number of copiers of, let's say, 300. So I'm going to remove these and I'm going to add one more filter, which is number of copiers, and I'm going to put a minimum of 300, click apply, and we've ranked it already here in terms of the highest to lowest returns. So who have we got at the top? We've got Brian Rapose from Spain, 855%. Then we've got Casper Patrick from Denmark, we've got Steve Lee from Taiwan, and Devoyu Fukio, Marco from Italy, Marco Delio, and then this is myself here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this portfolio, Michael Southard here, has had a return of 313% in the last couple of years. So we're right up there. And as you can see from the number of copiers, myself and Fukyu from Taiwan are pretty underrated, you could say, because we've both got quite substantially fewer followers than these other people. Now, I'm pleased to say we're growing. Of course, this guy here is growing a lot, and that's understandable. In fact, in my previous video, I recommended you to copy this guy because his results and returns are quite impressive. So I'm pleased to say I'm in the top 6, and then we've got Marius from Netherlands, and we've got Chun Waipan from Taiwan, all different nationalities from all over the world, which is great to see. Lots of green stars, and then Devoyu Fukio from just one blue star. So he's actually not an elite popular investor, but a cadet. So he's doing very, very well given his relatively kind of low status as a cadet. So back to my profile then. Let's take a look at these stats here. This is Michael Southard who's making the video, and our last few years have been pretty good, and we've got about a 58% return over the last year, and over the last 5 years we've got 950 approximately versus the S&P 500, which has returned about 93% roughly. So we've massively outperformed the S&P 500. The risk score peaked a little bit in April because we opened up some long positions at the beginning of April, but now we're keeping a nice low risk of 4 and 5 and still generating good returns over the low risk months. The thing is, how eToro ranks volatility and risk is that they measure risk based on volatility. So in April, we had a very strongly green month, so the portfolio shot up in value, and that unfortunately increased the risk score. If we change the filter from 2 years to the last, say, 6 months, we can see actually I've jumped right to the top 3. So this portfolio is the best returning from the popular investors with more than 300 copiers in the last 6 months. So 32% roughly in the last 6 months. So with that said, thanks all for following. Please do check my feed because I do give regular updates about my market outlook, the general policies and strategies for the portfolio, what I'm buying, what I'm selling. Of course, you can see every trade publicly here. You can see my entire portfolio. I do think that the eToro platform is fantastic in the sense that whether you're a doctor or a lawyer or a police officer, and maybe investing and managing money isn't your primary job, which for most people, let's face it, isn't their primary job, you can take your hard-earned money, you can hand it over to these investors on this platform who are professionals, who do it for a living, who have got years and years of experience, and who have got visible, clear, historical records of every trade they've made and all their data to back it up. So all of these people, you can see they've generated very good returns over the years. And I'll just finish on my profile here with a nice outperformance of about, 800% above the the S&P 500. So with that said, hope you found this video interesting, and I'll see you in the next video.